Hey BookTube, this is Jackie from Jackie's Literary Corner, and I thought I'd do a quick little video on what I got today at BooksaMillion. I was able to go. I was very happy that my dad volunteered let me. When I asked him, he said he would take me. So first, I finally got this book finale, so I can finally read the rest of this series. This is the third book in the trilogy. This is basically about two sisters who discover a magic traveling carnival type thing, and it's a bit of a game that the people who go to this carnival play, and one of the sisters ends up contacting the guy who runs the system, Legend, and they use it as a way to escape their father, who's an abusive jerk. And they get to go. They end up finding a way to go, but in the process of going, they end up, one of them, the sister who wrote to Legend, gets herself kidnapped in the first book, and she's basically having to figure out, and she is basically the prize to win the game. Sorry, that was a real struggle there. So that's the first book, and then the second book is from a different perspective, and it's all a different situation, and this is the third book, and I think it's from both perspectives, actually. And, of course, really clever title, finale, of course. And this actually is a discount. I got this on a discount, $5.97, which is really nice, especially since it's a hardback book, and usually hardback books are like $20 to $30. I've been meaning to get that one and read it. Okay, next is, let me go, this one. Dead House Gates is the second one in the Malazan series. I have not started the series, but I have some of the books. Let's see, Gardens of the Moon, Dead House Gates. I think I have books 1, now 2, and this is books 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7, I think. I think I only have some of them. And of the first 4 now. This is the second one. I don't know. I actually do not really know what this is about. A lot of people say I do know that it's a very hard read, and it's an epic fantasy. It's one of those books that you really need to pay attention to. And it's just very, I'm told, though, once you get past the first book, it gets really interesting. It seems like there are a lot of fantasy series where either, you have to get past the first book, or there's the middle is a little rough. Wheel of Time, I'm talking to you. But I really want to read more epic fantasy books, like big epic series that are adult. So now that I have actually already started the first book, but I'll probably end up starting over anyway. But I'm glad that I at least now have the second one. I almost got the third book in the Witcher series too, but I was trying to limit myself to at least 3 or 4 books. It was very difficult to narrow it down, but I narrowed it down to the books that were less expensive, because unfortunately, the Witcher books are like $20, so, which isn't terrible depending on, but I mean, I got one new book, and then the rest of them were pretty cheap, so that was my rule for myself, that if I get one expensive book, then I won't get the other expensive book too. Next is Once Upon a River by Diane Sutterfield, and I almost got the hardback the other day, but then when I came back, it turns out it had the paperback as well, which is still a bargain price. But this is Diane Sutterfield's latest book. It was always on my wish list, but what really got me motivated to get it right now is that Reagan from Peru's Project just did a vlog where she talked about reading this and how fascinating it is and how interesting it is. And I really enjoyed The 13th Tale by her. I did like Bellman and Black, but it was not my favorite. I still kind of preferred The 13th Tale, which I do need to reread because it has been a long time. It was way before I even moved here, before I even got into booktube that I read that book. Which, again, I thought about doing like a video talking about books that I got into. I might have already done it. I don't remember. But if I haven't, I would love to do a video where I talk about the books I read way before BookTube that are actually BookTube darlings, and I did not realize it until I joined. But this, and it also like basically has to do with storytelling and stuff. So that I almost got all the books that are. This is, I think, the current book I'm most excited about. I'm still not 100% on, I still don't know about Ninth House. I don't know. I mean, it's still on my Amazon wish list. I don't know if I want to get it. That's another one I almost bought, but it was the hardback and it was not the discount price version. Sadly, that one was not on the shelf anymore. So I decided that I don't need to get another expensive hardback book. So especially since I'm getting one. And the last one is the new book, and that is The Night Country by Melissa Albert. This is the sequel to The Hazelwood, a book about this girl who, Alice, and it's her and her mom. They're always traveling all the time. She doesn't understand why, but it feels like her and her mom are on the run. And she realizes I've been on the run from her grandmother, and who is an author of a famous fairy tale series that everybody's just fallen in love with. And when Alice was growing up, whenever she tried to read those stories, her mom took them away from her. And during their most recent move, her mom ends up getting kidnapped, and some weird things start happening, like weird entity creatures and beings start showing up in the city where she currently lives. So she enlists the help of a super fan of her grandmother's, and they go try to figure out what's going on and investigate, and they begin to realize that this might have a lot to do with the fairy tale book that her grandmother wrote. And this is the sequel. And I love the covers of these books, the feel of them, and the feel of the hardback. I don't know if the paperbacks do this or not. I have not I've not seen. I think they do. I do like the greenish cover of the paperback that I saw today of the Hazelwood, and I think that's also that coloring is also on the Owl Crate version of the book that came out. But I do not get book subscription. I would love to, but I don't ever sign up. I have never signed up for those. Maybe one day in the future I will. I do not know. And a lot of times those editions are a little bit prettier because they're always different colors. So I decided to get this book as well. I feel like that's the problem. A lot of times if I don't get the new book right away, then it might take me forever to get the new book in a series, the next book in a series. But the problem being that in the US at least, they come out in hardback first, so they're again like $20-$30. This was $18.99, so $19. Counting tax, you may as well say it's $20. But that was the most expensive one. And so those are my recent purchases, and I'm probably not going to get anything for a while because GalaxyCon is coming up. And I also wanted to get autographs from certain actors that I want to meet at GalaxyCon. And the prices aren't terrible for these particular actors, but it's not like $15. It's like, So I'm not going to be I'm not going to be doing any book shopping. Maybe going to Gibbons because that's used books. The problem with that is they don't always have the best selection. Although the other used bookstore is better, but that situation though, I cannot get. I could take like Uber or Lyft, but that's a place that I cannot walk to. I have to drive, so I kind of have to, I can't just do it on my own accord. I have to, be like, Can you guys, one of you guys like me as in my parents? Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick video talking about what books I just bought. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. Click the bell notification below if you want to see when I post new videos, which I just realized I forgot to mention that in my other one, that I just filmed another video. And feel free to share in the comments below what you are currently reading. I would love to know, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye!